Hello and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and today we have number 2 of the Chiroptera Press unboxings in a little marathon of 3 of them. Marathon's not the right word; it's not back to back, but 3 over the course of a week is still a lot. We just had Raising Goosebumps by Ted Klein, which was a piece of literary criticism, and now we have a larger novel-length sized piece of literary criticism. This is Spectral Light's 6 Masters of the Ghost Story? Is that the full header of the title? Oh, the English Ghost Story. Spectral Light's 6 Masters of the English Ghost Story by Dejan Ognjanović. Probably butchered his name. My apologies, sir. Foreword by Ramsey, Campbell. Illustrations by Aleksandra Dević. And I know there was a cover illustration, which is kind of stamped on here. It's a stamped version of the paperback cover artwork by Ivica Stevanović. So once again, my apologies. Sometimes butcher all of the European names. We're driving them straight into the ground. Ognjanović is a Serbian author and literary critic. And this was printed in Lithuania. So this is a piece of literary criticism. This is not fiction. This is not fiction. This is nonfiction. Which is a weird sentence to say. As published by Chiroptera in 2 states, we have the hardcover edition, which is now fully sold out, and we have the paperback edition, which is hanging on. I gotta say, I do like that stamping on it. That looks fantastic. Spectral Lights, Chiroptera Press. Almost looks like looks like the spine's got a little curvature to it right now, apart from, the actual curvature. The front board is sticking a little bit further out than the other board, the back board. Nice little plain black end papers, nothing too fancy there, but it's still a very, very nice edition nonetheless. But this is still available in the paperback edition, which has French flaps. I believe it's the same acid-free paper used for the hardcover, and you do get the full-color artwork by Stevanović. So anyways, we do have an introduction, the tradition of spectral stories. Oh, sorry, nope, that's not by Ramsey Campbell. Ramsey Campbell did the foreword. Then we get the actual introduction, the tradition of spectral stories. We actually get into the meat and potatoes. The Elusive Spook is the title of the foreword. Now, I have not read any of his literary criticism before. Oh, look at that. We have our references right here, our footnotes, right in the text itself. Go all the way to the back to, figure out what's going on. I have not read Ognjanović's literary criticism prior to this, so this will be the first for me. But hey, I think it sounds like an interesting concept. I'm familiar with most of the authors who are being discussed in here. First and foremost, we have J. Sheridan Le Fanu, Joseph Sheridan. He primarily wrote with the J for the initial. Most famous as the author of Carmilla, not the first vampire story, but the first major vampire horror short story. Really paving the way for lesbian vampires. It predates Dracula and Bram Stoker's version. And I feel like somebody was doing an edition of Carmilla soon. Some small press was doing one, and I'm drawing a blank on what it is. Like an annotated version. I don't think it was Weird House. Maybe it was Weird House. Next up, we have Vernon Lee. I am not familiar with Lee's work. But, hey, I'm all for it. Reading a little bit up on a female gothic horror ghost writer, not ghost writer in the traditional sense, but you know what I mean. Henry James, Capturing the Elusive, talking about Turn of the Screw. Oh my God, butchered the name of that. And man, he is looking in that photo. He's looking like the Lon Chaney Sr. Phantom of the Opera, right? That's the vibe I'm getting from that photo. Henry James. It's been many years since I've read some Henry James. It's always good to dive back in some more there. M.R. James, Montague Road James, more familiar as M.R. James, the classic ghost story writer. if you haven't read any M.R. James, you are in for a treat. Like I said, this is nonfiction, so you're going to be learning about M.R. James, but I'm all for it. Algernon Blackwood, I now have 2 volumes of his short stories, courtesy of Centipede Press, and that is a creepy-ass photo. Oh, my God. Not photo, but the illustration. Like, I'm looking at this unmade bed, you know, and I didn't even notice the face in the mirror at first. Like, that just, damn. Sends shivers down your spine. So I have 2 volumes of Algernon Blackwood from Centipede Press to dive into first. So this will be some nice background information about the man himself. Speaking of which, this past Sunday, the reprint of the Blackwood compendiums went on sale. So if you saw that unboxing video, or if you haven't, you check that out if you want to view it. But if you want to pick up a copy, you can now do so from Centipede Press. And Robert Aikman, Tormented Souls, another one who has a massive collection, courtesy of Centipede Press. Was that number 6? I think that was number 6, yeah. Afterward, Are We Done with Ghosts? And then we get to the bibliography. Ooh, man, look at all them sources. Secondary sources, primary sources, index of names. Oh man, we have an extra strip index of names. This is a true to form, highly researched compendium here. And then a work here of our author himself. Very, very nice. Beautiful reference text then. Very much looking forward to diving in. Like I said, it's nonfiction. I'm typically a fiction reader, but hey, I like the idea of nonfiction. If it provides better insights on the fiction itself that I am reading, and you can't go wrong with some Chiroptera itself. I mean, they are very much picking up the ball for authors and blank spots that Centipede Press isn't covering. I mean, even though the authors themselves are being covered by Centipede Press doesn't really do nonfiction beyond like the horror film studies and the art bibliographies that they do. So Chiroptera is almost a very nice complementary volume to the Centipede Press titles. Especially because it's very similar to Centipede Press titles in construction. Obviously, Centipede does have dust jackets, but the actual black cloth, the stamping on it, I mean, that's right up Centipede Press's alley. And that's really what Chiroptera is reminding me of time and time again. Although Chiroptera is certainly making a name for themselves in terms of having nice slipcase editions and kind of branching out beyond what Centipede had been doing. But man, this, like I said, the hardcover is completely sold out, but the paperback edition is still available. It's a very affordable paperback. It is Smythe sewn. It's like $35 for a sewn paperback with French flaps. Nice, like, heavy stock paper. I mean, hell yeah, it's a steal. So, but obviously, nonfiction literary criticism isn't for everybody. So if it's, something that might interest you, be sure to check them out. If, you want to check out other Chiroptera Press titles, I have a whole playlist of unboxings that I've done from the press as they continue to impress me release after release. I'll be sure to subscribe to the channel here. I do at least one book review a week with plenty of unboxing videos in between here and there. Once I actually dive in and read this piece, I will do a full book review. Although it'd be a pretty boring book review, because it's nonfiction, so I'm just going to be kind of summarizing to a degree, saying how effective the nonfiction is or how educational it might be. But hey, that's kind of what you're here for when you're looking for a nonfiction book review. But anyways, at least one book review a week, plenty of unboxing videos in between here and there for you to check out. Thank you again for watching. Check out Chiroptera Press, and we'll see you around next time.